it going right and all that, which is normal.
Yeah.
But or we're building a house, and nothing ever goes perfectly smooth when you're building a house.
Okay.
Every house has its ups and downs, and you gotta be a problem solver. So I mean, that can wear on you sometimes if there's a big problem. Like
Okay.
the initial house that we're building right now, it's a $900,000 house. Guys added a lot of extras, and in the middle of it, he said he wasn't sure if he wanted it. So but we kept maintaining the course. Excuse me. So it worked out. He sold his house. He's on board again, but it was a bumpy road. But no house that we build is goes completely smooth. It's just not. It's not like that. You have to be like I said. You have to be a problem solver. A lot of people they'll build one house and they'll never build another one. Well, me and my son have built about 20 of them,
Okay.
and we've come against all different situations and problems, and we've conquered all of them. And we just confident and we don't give up and we get the job done.
Okay.
And we build a great house. We build a house that will last 30 or 40 years without the people buying and having to do anything to it. We put a good products in the house, which I think is huge. We don't make as much money as we could by putting cheap products in the house or building a cheap house, but the house looks like a great house because we put a lot of money into it. But we don't have the callbacks. The people are happy, we're happy. Whatever profit we do make, we can keep. We don't have to hire a lawyer. We don't get into any legal issues because the people don't like the house. Uh, so we've been fortunate like that.
Okay. And so I know we talked earlier that you had that both of your parents have passed away.
They did.
So, but they were, um, and has that been a while? Can you? Has there?
2010,
Okay.
my father passed away. Uh, let me see. Excuse me. 2010, my mother passed away, and my father lived to 92, and he was born in 1917. So what would that be? What would that be? 1917. 8 years ago from now.
Okay.
Oh, that was 2010. Yeah,
Okay.
he was 2010, and I think my mother was 2000, um, oh, 2008.
Okay. And has there been any other losses in your family? Any?
Uh, no, we're really, really fortunate.
Okay.
All my brothers, sisters are still alive and
Okay.
relatively healthy.
Is there any other things that you would consider traumatic events in your life, or?
The most traumatic event in my life was my divorce, my
Okay.
last divorce.
Your second divorce.
Right.
Okay.
Which every divorce is traumatic. But that
Okay.
was an extreme situation.
So, and how would you describe your spiritual beliefs or
I I am
culture?
not a practicing Catholic, but I'm a believer.
Okay.
I believe in Christ and God, and I believe in karma. I believe trying to do the right thing,
Okay.
uh, common sense things.
Did you guys grow up going to church
Yeah,
or?
my mother was a pretty strict Catholic,
Okay.
and my mother sent us to church school and all that. So
Did you raise your children
yeah,
with
yeah,
religion or?
basically, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Um, uh, so has there been any history of abuse or
I've never
or
abused anybody.
okay. You said that things were pretty traumatic with your ex-wife.
Yeah,
Did
she
it
changed.
ever? Did
She,
any arguments ever get heated or? With,
it was no, I mean, she drifted. Uh, she cheated on me with another guy.
okay.
Uh, we kind of drifted apart. She turned into somebody that was oh, she had a hard time getting along with people. She'd fight with a lot of different people. Never with me though. It was kind of weird. We didn't have a lot of fights,
Okay.
but there were disagreements that I knew we weren't on the same page.
Okay.
intellectually we were on the same page. Uh, like for instance, one of my daughters wanted to transfer out of high school, and I was against it. But they both ganged up on me, and I was outnumbered. Instead of me and her making the decision like adults, she would side with the kids against me. So that was just, I was on my own. I never felt as though we were on the same page, and that was really not a good scenario,
Okay.
unfortunately. And it's funny, that daughter does not get along with her today. She won't have anything to do with her.
Okay.
And
But you said that in general you guys didn't really fight in front of the kids,
no,
or
no,
Okay.
just at the end it was bad. It was nothing to do with fighting. There was nothing to fight about. She was leaving, and there was nothing I could do to change it. So it was just a nightmare,
so when
absolute nightmare.
so when you say it was bad,
It was bad.
what does that
It was
mean?
like you were in hell. Everything
Okay.
was dark. There was no light. It was just like a heavy weight on you. There was nothing you could do about it. You were hoping it was going to end, and you knew it was going to take a long time, and then you had to just bear with it. And in life, anything that doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So that is so true. But in order to get to that point, to make a strong piece of steel, you have to pound it. Well, I was pounded. I never struck back. I never hurt anybody. I absorbed it all. It was very, very difficult, but I got through it.
So when you say you had to absorb it all, was she physically abusive to you?
No,
Was
it's just
she-
that when you're in love with somebody and they're leaving you, and there's nothing you can do about it, and you can see, oh man, the same thing is happening to me, and I can't stop it. You just got to ride it out. And then they're totally, you can't talk to them, you can't reason with them. They're like a total stranger. You're in love with a stranger, which is a bad thing to be, a bad situation to be in. Can't talk to them, can't reason with them, can't do anything. They have moved on with their life, and you're stuck in the situation until you get clear, and it's going to take a while for you to get clear. It's an absolute nightmare, and I got through it, and I don't ever want to go through it again. I'm not going to allow myself to get to that point, so I have to go through it.
Okay. So, uh, so we talked that there's no drug or alcohol abuse in your family, but do you socially drink or?
Yeah, I socially drink, but can I tell you, when I'm at home with my kids, I don't do any drinking at all. When I'm with my friend, she drinks, so I drink.
Okay.
All right, but when I'm with my friend Terry, once in a while I'll drink, but I'll say, hey, listen, Terry, I got a truck driver's license, I got a regular license, I can't, I'll have one or two beers and that's it.
Okay.
And I don't, it's not, drinking's not a problem. I probably have more of a tendency to overeat. I gotta watch my eating. That's my
Okay.
problem.
So you would say that you just have one or two beers a night?
Yeah,
on a
well, when
is
I'm with certain people,
Okay.
but when I'm by myself, I don't drink at all.
Okay.
When I'm with my cousin Johnny, I don't drink at all.
Okay.
Because he comes from a history of family that they had alcoholics. And it's a funny thing. I've noticed that some people that don't drink is because they saw how bad it was for their family who did drink, what destruction it brought about the family. So they don't drink. And I've seen that a lot.
Okay. And
I have a couple of friends that I hang out with that are like that will not drink. And so I don't drink. So I'm probably like a chameleon to a degree. If I'm with someone and they're having a couple of drinks, I'll have a couple of drinks.
Okay.
If I'm with someone that's not drinking, I could care less.
Okay. And how about, did you ever smoke pot or?
I might have when I was 18. I experimented with it, but to me that was, I seen what the effects of pot were on people that do it all the time, and it's not good. I
Okay.
think it destroys lives.
Okay. And you've never used any other drugs?
No.
Cocaine or?
My protege is my grandmother, my mother's
Okay.
mother. She didn't take anything, no medication.
Okay.
She lived to 103.
Okay.
So that's who I look up to. And she was a hell of a woman.
Okay.
Sadie Boswell.
So that kind of that kind of goes over the kind of an overall assessment. And so I wanted to spend a little time and talk about what brought, when we talked on the phone, what brought you in today was talking about thinking about retiring and what that would look like. So I know we talked a little bit about your work pattern. So would you like to kind of explore that a little bit?
I don't think I'm gonna. When I retire is when I die.
Okay. So what makes you say
Or
that?
physically, I can't do it.
Okay.
I still have the fire inside me to do things.
Okay.
Until the fire burns out, that as long as I have the fire inside my stomach to do things, I'm gonna do things.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna let things stop me from doing things.
Okay. So would you? So how do you?
That's my excitement.
Kind of.
A new project is my
Okay.
excitement. That's what I love to do. In other words, a long time, I've heard, I'm sure you've heard it. If you like what you do, it's not considered work.
Okay.
And I believe that.
Okay. And so do you have any plans that you want to slow down a little
No.
bit, or
No.
so you're just okay?
Don't get me wrong though. I know I'm going to be 68, and I know that I have my limitations, but intellectually you can work around limitations. You get people to help you. Physically you can't do that. You get someone that can do that. And then as you get older, you have money. Money can make other people do things that you can't do. But as long as your mind is willing to do a project, and you got the experience to do a project, and you know how to do a project, taking my whole life to get as good as I am at running the equipment,
Okay.
and I'm not going to give that up. I mean, I feel as though very comfortable in doing a project. I know exactly what has to be done and how to run the equipment the most efficient way so it doesn't work it too much, and the fastest way to get the project done. I know all this, all right? And I know the steps, how to do it right for the best outcome. I know all this. I'm not going to give that up.
Okay. So where you're at, you're just so
Very comfortable.
And so what have you thought about the future? When is there a time when you want to give it up, or you're just?
Well, I mean, I'm going to be in
you said you wouldn't retire till you're dead.
My ex-wife's father was a great guy. I
Yeah.
liked him a lot. He says you stay strong till 70, and then your body starts going downhill. I'm not 70 yet, so I think it's going to happen. Like, I can't tell what's going to happen in the future until I'm there. When I'm there, I'll have to make that decision.
Okay. That's